Welcome back to Coding Depth. In this video, we will learn about hash tables. So what are hash tables? Hash tables are used to store key value pairs. So whenever you pass the key to the hash table, it will return the value corresponding to that particular key. Here is an example of a hash table. You can store a locale to language mapping using a hash table. So let us say you want to store, two character locale codes. Let's say EN for English, FR for French, J for Japanese, and so on. We can make use of hash table for that. And coming to implementation of hash tables, JavaScript already has a couple of implementation. One is JavaScript object, and one more is JavaScript maps. We have already learned about objects and maps in the previous videos. And you might ask why you have to learn this again. So there are a couple of things. One thing is it's always good to learn how the internal of a data structure works, and also hash table is a popular interview question. So in hash table, the data is stored in a fixed size array, and the array has numerical indices. So you'll ask, my key value pairs, the keys are in string. How can I store string in numeric indexes? So that is where a hashing function comes into picture. So hashing function, what it does is it converts the string indexes, that is keys, to numerical indices. So let us see more about hashing function and how that works. So first, the hash function takes a key as input and it applies a predefined logic to compute the index, and it returns the numerical index that is within the array bounds. That is, let us say you have an array of size 10, then it always returns an index which is within 0 to 9 range. So what we do with the returned index is, in that particular index we store the value passed. And this hash function is used while retrieving as well. So we pass the key to the same hash function to get the index where the value is stored and return the value. So this is a visualization of a hash table. Let us say we have the language codes or the locales en, fr, j passed to the hash function. This hash function will calculate the index. We will learn more about this hash function while implementation, how we can implement a sample hash function. Let us say for en the index calculated is 0, so we store English at the index 0. Similarly for fr, if the index is 3, then we store French there. And same for Japan. Here in this example, the index is 8, where we store Japanese. So when we want to get a value for the particular locale, then we pass this en to the hash function. It will calculate the index, and we go to this table and we retrieve the value at that particular index and return it. Before going to the implementation, there are three main operations supported by the hash table: set, get, and remove. Apart from this, obviously we need to implement the hash function, as well as one more method we will implement, that is displaying the hash table. Now let us see where hash tables are used. Hash tables are used when we need efficient lookups, insertion, and deletions. The first example that comes into mind is caching. Obviously, we need faster lookups while caching, so we can use hash tables in caching. Next is counting frequencies. Let us say you want to count the number of words in a particular sentence, that is how many times a particular word has occurred. You can use hash table. You just need to add the word as the key, and each time you encounter that particular word again, you just need to increment the value. Next is removing duplicate. If you have an array and you want to remove the duplicates from it, you just insert each item in the array as a key to the hash table, and if you retrieve all the keys, since keys are unique, you will have the duplicates removed. Next is database indexing. If you have worked with the database, you know that having indexes will improve the querying performance. So hash tables are used in database indexing as well. And the last one is routing tables. In computer networks, to route the packet to the correct destination, the routers will use hash tables, which is called as routing tables. So that's it about the overview of hash tables or hash maps. In the next video, let us see how to implement hash table in JavaScript.